Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
If you have a device, only if you know how it works, you can use it correctly, right? So every one of us has such device. It's our human brain. Yes. So only if you know how our human brain works, we can use it perfectly. So there are a number of persons in the world have outreached their armored potential and showed and used their brain more than their natural limit. If one of the person I want to mention is Dominic O'Brien. He's a British person who, at the age of 30, he want to improve his memory power manually. So within 60 days, he memorized more than 2,808 playing cards at the age of 30. If you pick any card from the 2,800 cards, he can remember all the data sets in that playing cards. What makes him different? What made him to achieve this? Actually, he activated certain parts of his brain. Everyone can achieve it, but most of the people use only less than 10% of our brain. Before going into that topic, let's see how brain stores memory, or what types of memory brain possesses. The first memory is short-term memory. This is simple. When someone tell you the phone number, you are remembering that phone number within 4 to 5 seconds until you finish typing in your mobile phone. This is called short-term memory. The second one is working memory. Working memory is something the same person corrects you with a different number. Instead of 5, use 7. So within that 4 to 5 seconds, you are keeping the number in your memory and working to modify it. So this is called working memory. The third one is long-term memory. Long-term memory is something which is being with you for throughout your lifetime. Maybe your first pet name, your first teacher's name, or anything which started very simply, but being throughout your life. The fourth one is episodic memory. Episodic memory is something which you keep in your memory as a particular episode. Like where do we went for the last Friday, or what happened in my friend's last birthday. You are remembering that memory as a whole, as a particular incident. That's called episodic memory. The fifth one is semantic memory. Semantic memory is something, but all the basic rules you have learned throughout your life is called semantic memory. Suppose you know the tree is green, the ball is round. So all the basic rules you have learned from your childhood is stored in the semantic memory. The last one is procedural memory. Procedural memory is something when you related to learning a new skill. Suppose when you learn to ride a new bike, so you have some certain procedure, right? You have to start the bike, you have to release the clutch in such a way that you shouldn't stop the engine as well as you have to move on. But after a certain period of time, you don't have to follow the same procedure. You will start the bike and you will go on. So what the things you have learned while learning a new skills, like learning to sing, learning something, anything you are learning, that skills, that procedures stored in the procedural memory. So this is the way how our brain handles people's memory. So how can we improve it? How can we improve it? Is if we want to improve our physical body, we go to gym. So if you are taking 10 sit-ups in a, we used to sense the pain, but when in a certain period of time, our body used to do that 10 sit-ups, right? So your body will again feel the pain only when you are exceeding the 10 sit-ups. So likewise, when you doing a regular work or routine work, your brain works normally. Only when you give new challenges to your brain get alerted and adapted itself to that new situation. So simply break the routine. It may be anything. If you used to brush with the right hand, try one day with the left hand. So I'm seeing something different happening, and your brain get alerted and adapt itself to match that situation. As everyone of us knows, there is right brain and left brain. Right brain usually refers to creativity, imagination, or something. Left brain refers to analytical skill, logical skill. So if you are good at drawing, try to solve some puzzles. Even if you are not good at maths, try to solve some puzzles. So that you can give opportunity to use the unused part of your brain, because since you are good at drawing, you are mostly using your right brain only. So first break the routine. Second, switch between right brain and left brain. Third one is concentration. Concentration is we are the generation who are exposed to more distraction more. So anything you are doing with concentration, your brain will absorb this more. So second one is retrieving it. The fourth one is retrieving it. How often you are retrieving the skills you have learned. So you have learned something, and if you fail to use it regularly, your brain consider it as useless data and remove it from your brain. So planning the best thing is not only the important thing. You have to constantly use it and perform. Thank you.
My target speaker, Saravanan, congratulations on completing this level. So I would quickly move on to the part that I really appreciate in your speech. The purpose of this speech was completely fulfilled. We understand the content, the research behind it, and different stages of memory was clearly explained. And also, you didn't only stop with describing the stages, you also quoted some examples to it. So we were able to relate to it, and it was relevant as well. And one thing that was striking was you gave an example of a British personality, about the cards, and that was quite interesting. And few best things about your speech was your content part was very strong. Most of the times we, focus more on the hand gestures, the stage presence. We miss out on the content, which is the most important part of any speech. I think you beautifully, stuck onto it. Your content was very strong. And now we know that you can come up with good contents. All that you have to do is, come up with some cosmetic surgeries or some cosmetic corrections, if I can say, to your speech. And I can very proudly say, this because I evaluated your first speech, and I remember giving you, I gave you feedback that you will have to work on the fillers part. And I think it was greatly reduced, okay? So congratulations on working on it, and you are on your way to become a good speaker. And few suggestions if I have to offer you is like, since you had many terms in your speech, okay? Either you could have summarized it, or you could have probably used the board so to write it down so that we could have understood, okay, this is it, because there were like too many terms, and end of the day if you ask us what are the terms, we can tell you 3 or 4 but not all. Okay, that was one thing. So, and also I felt you had good eye contact with your audience, but the interaction part was pretty less, so maybe you can work on that. And considering the topic that you picked, we don't find much scope for humor here. But otherwise, I know you are a humorous person and you can pull this off. And if the president allows, I just want to make one particular training, okay? We have a marker here. Okay. So what happened is that when I attended a training, I was told this, perhaps I can tell you as well. That's because I felt your opening and closing could have been better. If it was, if you had to address very normal people, then, or if a person is not from Toastmasters, I think that's completely understandable. But since you are in Toastmasters, we would expect some wow opening and wow closures from you, okay? So, the format of any speech, it has to be this, OMEC, opening and closure. O stands for opening and C for closure. Your opening cannot simply be hi, good morning, and your closure cannot be thank you so much, no. Your opening and closure, you have to invest some time, and if you have to divide your entire speech, let's say for 100 people, then at least 5% of the time should be spent for opening and 5% of the time for closure. In opening, you can have some questions, some challenges, some riddles, anything that intrigues the audience can be added. And M for message and E for evidence. Especially when you are, talking about any researches, whatever is the message, you can convey it, and supporting the message, if you have some evidence, you can add that as well. So I think this helped me, so I'm just saying you so that if possible, it can help you in your next speech. And thank you so much for giving us such a wonderful speech, and congratulations.